Good morning, everyone. I'm Yash, the side from SEO Unleashed with Yash, and in this video, I'll be going over local on-page SEO optimization. So, you know what? On-page optimization is pretty different for local SEO and national or e-commerce SEO. So, in this video, we'll be particularly diving into on-page optimization for local SEO. So, yeah, let's directly jump into the video without any further ado. So, I hope the screen is visible. This is the basic gist of what we'll be going into. Okay, so the first and foremost thing is URL structure. So basically URL structure is this is basically the URL of, and this is the address from where people can view your website. So you have to make sure that the URL that people are jumping into or people are visiting has your targeted keywords. For most of the cases, if you have just one location for a business, your URL might look like this, because in most cases it would be homepage, right? But still you could set, when you are making a page and you are having more than one location, you could have you know primary keyword in your URL, and that will definitely help. This is one of the biggest and most important factor in local SEO and even general SEO. So don't overdo or ignore this. Make sure to your URL has a primary keyword in it if it's if you are having more than one location or more than one service pages. Okay, and even if and even if your primary page is set as homepage, you would be having service page, right? So make sure you're having primary keyword in your service page URL. Got it? Let's move into another point. The next point is 100% matching content on website and then GMB. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to mirror the content over GMB or Google Business Profile and then website, right? So what it does is it actually tells the Google, and Google is now sure that this website is related to this particular GMB. And then in case, if your GMB is ranking by any chance, or if you have optimized it, and this will also give a boost to your website, right? Or vice versa. But in case you are not doing that, it will create a confusion for Google, and Google might not consider your Google Business Profile as as one brand, and might consider your website and GMB as another brand, and definitely it will harm your authority. Got it? So the next thing we have to do is H1. H1 is heading 1, the primary heading that you see on any of the page, right? Let me show you quickly what H1 is. So here you go. This is the H1, and how do you find that is when you are when you are already logging into your backend of your website, you will see an H1 tag. Okay, and you have to set your primary your primary title as H1, and make sure that your H1 has your primary category in it. Okay, for instance, in this one, dam proofing in Blackpool is our primary category, and this title or this each one has it, right? And in case you are just checking over your competitors, you can also check if that particular element or that particular heading is each one or not. Just click on that particular word and then click on inspect, and then in the element section you will find whether that is each one or not. Here you can say that, right? So yeah, this is what each one is, and you have to make sure that your primary keyword is is there in each one. You can't just ignore that. You can't. The next thing is heading 2 and heading 3. So heading 2 is just the sub title or subheadings, and then H3 is again the subheading of H2, right? So heading 1 could be dam proofing in Blackpool, and then heading 2 could be our dam proofing Blackpool services, and then heading 3 could be those particular services that you are offering to the population or to the people of Blackpool in your particular niche. Got it? So let me quickly show you. So if you see damp problems, this is H2, right? Causes of damp, this is again H2. This free damp proofing Blackpool survey, this is again H2. And you see here the main or primary keyword is present, right? So you have to make sure that your primary keyword is also there in H2 and not just each one, because we have to make sure there are plenty of our primary keywords are present in plenty numbers, so that Google can actually know that this particular page is about this particular keyword. Got it? Again, if you see quality dam proofing Blackpool, And then you don't have to, just you don't have to overstuff it. You don't have to put your primary keyword in each of the h2. Rather, you can use LSI or related keywords. For instance, we could use dam proofing solutions, Blackpool, and such. And we might not use Blackpool or that or your particular city everywhere. You can, just get rid of city in one or two h1 if you have many. Got it? Then h3, if you see, these FAQs are added as h3. Okay, this particular website, I have worked with this particular business owner, and if you see, with just on page, we have ranked on second. And why we are ranking on second? The first website has great authority and great backlink profile, but with just on page and a little bit effort of, little bit effort of link building, we have ranked over here. And this is definitely good, and we are definitely getting calls. I'm no longer working with this one, but yeah, I did work, and we are ranking on second position for that particular and his primary keyword that is bringing most of the calls. So now, the another thing that we have to make sure is word count. You might get this question a lot. You know, how many words should I use in my page, right? So when it comes to local SEO, primarily there is no fixed structure or fixed word count you have to use, and there's a reason why is that, because there's no specific intent when it comes to local SEO, right? Let me quickly give you an example. When people search for dentist Fairfax, they're not having a particular intent. They are searching it because they want to find their dentist, right? And they don't want to know a particular information about the dentist. No, they don't have to, right? They're just looking for information about a good dentist so they can book a consultation, or they can book an appointment with him, right? So when it comes to local SEO, there's no a particular word count that you have to use. You have to see how many words your competitors are using, who are actually ranking in first, second, or third position. You have to analyze all of those three, and then you have to come up with usually more of their keywords, or at least as much as they are using. Okay, this is how I choose, and this is how how I look at word count. The next thing is GMB embed. You need to have GMB embedded on your page. This gives Google a signal that this particular Google My Business profile is linked with this particular website, right? This gives relevancy between both of your both of your properties, right? So here is one of how it looks. This is a GMB embed, and you could see that. Okay, the next thing is interlinking. So when you are creating your home page or any other services page, you have to make sure that if it's a home page, you have to make sure that you are interlinking it with the service pages that you're also trying to rank for. Okay, and then one major tip that I would like to give is link with your city's official website. This actually boosts your authority as well, because Google knows that this, when it comes to for instance, Fairfax has its official website, and most of the city or town has its official government website. So when you link with it, Google gets a signal that this particular website is linked with this particular city, right? And that's what we want as an SEO or as a website owner. You want to rank in your particular city or town, and this is how you could do that. This actually helps a lot, and I have tried it in most of my clients' website. The next thing is topical authority. Topical authority is basically, people call it by many names, be it topical relevancy or anything like that. Topical authority is basically how much Google trusts you when it comes to that particular category or niche. So how could you build topical authority? The easiest thing is posting a lot of blog posts that is actually has some quality in it and information in it. You are not trying to rank for that particular blog post. You are just posting that for the sake of getting topical authority. So you could create clusters of topic around your niche. I usually suggest 50 or 60 of them, and then you are much better. You will be definitely much better than your competitors, because Google will eventually trust you more than your competitors. Got it? So you could just use many tools out there. You could use keyword research tool like Ahrefs, keyword research tool by Mongols, and many more. And the next thing is proximity building. Proximity is basically how where your GMB or where your GMB is located, and from where people are actually searching it. Okay, So usually Google shows your Google business profile or GMB when people are closest to you, right? So usually Google won't show a dentist, in the map pack if someone is searching it from 10 miles or 15 miles away, because Google knows that this is a huge distance, and Google wants to give the best result to the visitors. So Google shows the closest businesses or closest dental clinic around them. Okay, so although there are some things that you could do to increase your proximity, and you could manipulate proximity. Although, let me tell you one thing, that you cannot manipulate proximity to a high to a high rate. You could just do that to a certain rate and certain point, and you could do that using point of interest pages. Point of interest pages are pages around famous places in your city or town. For instance, here's one of them. uh, this is about Fairfax Memorial Park and Fairfax, and we are just trying to do that. We are just trying to get increase our proximity. And let me tell you one thing, this is the thing that you have to do it, because this is the most important thing, right? This is the golden nugget of how, and of what best works. Okay, so you need to have a driving direction embedded from a certain point to your business, and then again from your business to that particular point. Okay, this is a huge thing, don't miss this, right? And the next thing is reviews embedded. I want you to embed your reviews on your website, right? First thing, it helps in conversion. When people see that many people are satisfied with this particular business, they are likely, the chances of getting converted into a customer increases significantly, that, right? And then again, Google starts creating a relationship between your Google business profile and then your website, and it actually increases your relevancy. So yeah, this was all about on-page SEO for local businesses. I hope you like the video. Make sure to subscribe the channel and also like the video, because I am trying to give as much as information as I can. And I hope you like the video. Just let me know if you have any query, and I will be happy to help you. Also, I have linked my service in the description and comments as well. Let me know if you have, any types of requirement, or if you would like to hire me to do SEO for you. That's all. Thank you.